Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class from the second to the fifth elementary grade. Our textbook is Weekend 2 and today inshallah we will cover Unit 4 from here to there. And the lesson is Rhythms and Listening. Can be seen on pages 28 and 29. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Al-Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Fawaz Al-Aqil. So let's begin. Quick revision on our last lesson. In our last lesson, we had an interesting time where we did learn how to ask and how to give directions. And how we did that? By listening to a conversation between these two boys, where the first one is asking about a place, which is the train station, and also the other boy told him how to go there by using two directions. So just a quick reminder, on our last lesson we said that if you want to use or ask for direction, you would start your question with where is. So for example, where is the supermarket? Where is the train station? Where is the school? This is how you ask for directions. And not only this, but the other boy told him the answer. And by told him the answer, he gave him two directions. The first one is to walk straight. We learned the first direction, which means to walk straight. And the second one, which is the second direction, is to turn left. To turn left. So this is how we learned how to give directions. And we did learn two new directions. The first one is to walk straight, and the second direction, which is to turn left. This is the first thing we learned from a last lesson in the first conversation. As for the second conversation, we did listen on two boys talking about how do they go to school. And we also learned that if we want to talk about how to go to school, we have two ways to say. Either we say that we go by a car, any sort of car, or we say that we are walking. If we want to use the first one, we go by car, then we must say these three words. I go by. I go by my father's car. I go by my brother's car. I go by my mother's car. Or we can use the same sentence. I go by a school bus. And if you want to use the other method, which is walking, then you don't have to use by. You just say straight, I walk. As we have here, I walk. I walk. So in this conversation, we learned two important things, which is how to say, how do we go to a place by using or by starting using these two phrases. I go by and I walk. And after listening to these two conversations and after practicing these two conversations, we had another interesting exercise where we did learn how to say and how to point to three words that starts with S and T. So the first word was station. The second one was step, and the third one was stop. And we said that we can use these three words when we want to give directions, as we're going to see in the following sentence. So just a quick reminder, I'm going to say each one of these words and I would like you to say it with me again. So let's start with the first word here. The first word is station. Station. Step. Step. Stop. Stop. Very good. These are the three words that we can use in giving directions. And after this, after we listened to these three words and after also we did practice these three words, what we did is that we tried to continue these sentences. So these sentences is about a direction, about giving directions, and what we did is we answered by writing the missing letters of each of these words. So we said that with the first one, walk straight 2 steps, walk straight 2 steps, and stop, and stop. So here in these two sentences, we learn how to give directions. The first one is to walk straight, 2 steps. The first step and the second step. After the second step, you have to stop. Stop, walk straight, 2 steps, and stops. This is the first direction we learned last lesson. And after this, we had an interesting game where I asked you to, you and your friend or your classmate, to close your eye and listen to the directions you are hearing. And what you're going to do is that you're going to move according to the direction you hear. For example, when you close your eye, try to follow what you hear. When someone says, turn left, then you go turn left. When someone says, walk straight, you walk straight, the number of steps they said. And turn right. These are the three important directions we learned last lesson. Walk straight, turn left, and turn right. Try to play this, it will be interesting. Now, as for our lesson today, we hope that at the end of this lesson, you will be able to tell the international road signs meanings and also pronounce letters sounds correctly and chant when you see a red light chant. So let's start. Open your books, please, on page 28. Open your books, please, on page 28. Now, on page 28, we do have an interesting chant about a traffic light. And I am very sure that you already seen a traffic light. And as you know, the traffic light has 3 colors. It has the red color, the green color, and the yellow color. And each one of these colors is giving direction. So let's listen to each of these colors and listen to what is the direction that each color is giving. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to chant and we're going to do the action. But first, we're going to listen to the chant, and me and you, we're going to read it again and repeat it together. So let's start.
When you see a red light, red light, red light. When you see a red light, stop, stop, stop. When you see a red light, red light, red light. When you see a red light, stop, stop, stop.
Very well. Now, let's me and you read it together and chant it again. So let's begin with the first one. When you see a red light, say with me. When you see a red light, red light, red light. When you see a red light, stop, stop, stop. One more time. When you see a red light, red light, red light. When you see a red light, stop, stop, stop. Very well. So this is the first direction. Is that when we see this light, the red light, what should we do? We should stop. We should stop. This is the first direction of the traffic light. Now, let's listen for the second direction. The second direction is about the yellow light. Let's listen to it and then we're going to read it together and chant it again.
When you see a yellow light, yellow light, yellow light. When you see a yellow light, wait, wait, wait. When you see a yellow light, yellow light, yellow light. When you see a yellow light, wait, wait, wait.
Very well. Very well. Now let's listen, let's read it together, and then we are going to chant it again. So, when you see a yellow light, yellow light, yellow light. When you see a yellow light, wait, wait, wait. One more time. When you see a yellow light, yellow light, yellow light. When you see a yellow light, wait, wait, wait. So this is the second direction about this color, which is when you see the yellow light, what should you do? You should wait. You don't go, you should wait before it allows you to go. So this is the second direction for the yellow light. Now, we have one more light to go. Let's listen to the chant of the green light, and then we'll read it together and chant it again.
When you see a green light, green light, green light. When you see a green light, go, go, go. When you see a green light, green light, green light. When you see a green light, go, go, go.
Very well. Now let's read it and chant it together. When you see a green light, green light, green light. When you see a green light, go, go, go. One more time. When you see a green light, green light, green light. When you see a green light, go, go, go. Very well. Now, this is the third direction we learned today, is that when we see the color green, then we should go. We should start moving. So here we did learn three directions. The first one is about the red light, we should stop. The yellow light, we should wait. The green light, we should go. Excellent. Now, let us move on to the second exercise we have, which is sounds and letters. What we're going to do now is that we're going to listen and to say and to number the words we listen. And after this, we're going to write the missing letters down here. So let's start by getting to know how to pronounce certain letters. So in the beginning, here we have two words, which S and H. I'm going to say how we pronounce S and H, and I would like you to repeat it after me. So S and H says sh, ship, ship. Say with me. S and H says sh, ship, ship. Very good. Here we have C and H. C and H says chip, chip. Say with me. C and H says chip, chip. Number 3, S. S and L says slip. Say with me. S and L says slip. Very well. So here we have words that starts with S, but when they combined with another letter, it pronounced differently. So S and H says sh, C and H ch, and the last one S and L pronounced s. So what we're going to do now is we're going to listen to this word one more time, and the first word you listen to, just write down the number next to it. For example, if you listen to the ship, the word ship for the first time, write next to it number 1 and number 2 and so on. So now I'm going to pronounce one of these words, and I would like you to tell me the number of the first word you're hearing. So let's start. Ship, ship, ship. So what is the first word we hear? Is ship. So here we're going to write number 1. Chip, chip. And the second word is chip. So here we're going to number them as number 2. And finally the word slip, where here we're going to write number 3. So now let's have a look at the words below, and let's try to complete them with the same set of letters that we have above them. So let's start with the first word. The first word is an animal, and what do we call this animal? We call it sheep. Listen to how I pronounce. Sheep, sheep. So the word sheep, does it start with SH or CH? Sheep. Of course, it starts with S and H. Sheep, sheep. Now, let's listen to the second word and listen to how I pronounce it. The second word is cheese, cheese. So cheese, does it start with S and H or C and H? Of course, it starts with C and H, cheese. So here we're going to write C and H. And finally, the last word, which is sleep, sleep, that starts with S and L. Start with S and L. So here we go. These are the answers of each word. Ship, sheep, chip, cheese, slip, sleep. It's important that we know the beginning of each of these words. Now, I would like you please to move on to page 29. I would like you to move to page 29. So here I'm going to tell you how to play a game, and I hope that you will have, and I'm sure you will have fun with this game, which is that I'm going to ask you to listen to the leader and say what to do. For example, when the leader says, when you see a red light, remember what the direction we should do when we see a red light. So many of you would say, stop, stop, stop. And when the leader of this game says another light, let's say, or another color, when you see a yellow light, what should you do? Wait, wait, wait. And when you see a green light, you should do go, go, go. So try with your classmate or your friends or family member to gather together and play this game, where you give or you start saying the color of the traffic light, and then your partner would say what to do, to stop or to go or to wait. Now, at the end of this lesson, it's important that you are able to chant when you see a red light, chant, and also say if a traffic signal says stop, wait, or go. And now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.